Hello, this is Jamie White, and I am here to present another weekly small business inspired supply diversity economic impact report. As always, I appreciate your support. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share the video or podcast to whomever you deem would be interested in this information. For this week, there's really only one big news that I want to talk about here. And as you can see on the screen, that is the U.S. economy powers ahead in first quarter with 3.2% growth. Now, this is phenomenal, unexpected, and hats off to honestly the Trump administration for keeping this growth spurt alive. Now, I know there's a lot of even in this article, which we'll get into a little bit of it in a second, talking about that there are signs that the slowdown is inevitable. I mean, that that sentiment has been going on since the middle of 2018. So the fact that this continual idea that the economy is going to slow down, yet it continues to push ahead is phenomenal. We will see. It is true that indicators are leaning towards something different, but as of right now, it's steadily growing. And again, hats off. This is amazing. Um, yep. So the big piece here that we see, as you can see, 3.2% in the first quarter, up from 2.2% at the end of last year. Pickup in consumer spending contributed to the improved outlook, with retailers seeing strong gain. Uh, yeah, one of the things that I wanted to note, it's not on here, but for those who are expecting it to slow down based on factors uh, that include, for example, the tax break, it's already peaked, so we're going to see a decrease in quote unquote business investment, as well as we're not really sure, although we understand that obviously the top percent of America are enjoying record numbers. It's not really trickling down as much as you would expect it based on the numbers that we're seeing. There's a lot of tidbits there. But one of the things that I do want to note is that China and the U.S. are still negotiating, and it seems as if they're getting closer to a deal. If that deal happens in the second quarter, we can see another, expect to see another increase or shoot up of quarterly GDP. So this could continue for another couple quarters if the administration is able to close out on a couple of trade deals, which we'll see what happens with those. But again, if that happens, that could curry favor throughout the rest of the year, realistically, depending upon how that trade deal looks. But uh, with that being said, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But pretty good article. Basically, again, it talks about again, it gives the Trump administration its due with 3.2%, despite the fact that we had a government shutdown that many expected, including myself, this to have a huge effect. There were estimates that the percentage wouldn't even be higher than 2%, which I said low 2%, but I mean I was completely wrong. It was over 3%. But so the fact that the economy did a lot better with that, this is a really good mark. And as we move into the second quarter, for last year, the second quarter was the big quarter. That's where we hit the 4%. Again, that was right after the tax breaks. But I mean, there is no reason to think that we can't continue this if we get some positive news. Now, with that being said, while we are, the economy is looking great and whatnot, although it is some speculation that it may decrease based on some of the numbers that we're seeing. Uh, 2 points that I do want to note out. The first point is, despite the economy doing much better than we thought it would, uh, your usual metrics of the economy, if you will, so the stock market didn't really increase all that much. So I found that pretty interesting. I mean, this in some cases this number doubled the expectations of some banks. So the fact that this was able to do so well, yet we didn't really see much increase in things like the stock market is very interesting. That consumer confidence really matters, and it's something that plagued Obama during his administration. Which, if all the talk, during right now during the Trump administration is we're heading into a recession, we're heading into a recession, even though the numbers aren't reflecting that, he could experience some of those issues that the previous administration was hampered with as well. And my second piece is I'm very curious to see, and if anybody knows, definitely let me know. Is there anything along the lines of, the GDP growth of strictly small businesses from a quarter to quarter perspective? I'm very interested to kind of see that, because I would be interested to see, if we're hitting these large percentages overall, how is that affecting small businesses, and how's that affecting them from again, from a GDP standpoint? I want to emphasize GDP because I am aware of various confidence indices, excuse me. For example, like the NFIB has one, that they where they measure small business confidence, and then we also have a couple of reports on how many um, people, did small businesses, how many new jobs were given through small businesses. I can't think of the the word right now, but so I'm aware of that. But just strictly GDP, how are small businesses, as it pertains, as it relates to the NAICS codes, how are those doing in the economy? I'd be interested to know that, because I would love to talk about that. But with that being said, we'll talk about the next piece. This is slightly longer than I expected, but the next piece is indicator, just an indicator. Oops, let's go back all the way up. Indicator. This indicator signals the economy is slowing down. Less about that title, more just some things that you can kind of look at if you're curious in terms of what I was talking about with some of the indicators that are supposedly showing that we're going to be slowing down. Rush to import, that was right after the tax cuts, and how people basically import as much as they could. That is what helped that 4% hit in last year's second quarter. Cargo volumes decline. Basically, as you can see, it's just dealing with more so warehouses, uh, and how kind of that's going. And then economic heartbeat, and I more so look at that in terms of like confidence, and how people are view the economy. But with that being said, definitely take a look at both articles. And this has been everywhere when it comes to the economy and the GDP percent growth. So definitely take a look at that. And as always, like, subscribe, share, follow, and let us know what you think. So thank you and have a great day.